Welcome to another episode of Delusional Knicks Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. We are back on this Friday night, final preseason of the year. Knicks is looking to close it out with a 4-1 preseason record. Currently 3-1. Going into Charlotte. Charlotte is actually 2-2, coming off a W, two last W's actually, against the Memphis Grizzlies and the Dallas Mavericks. Knicks coming up a loss against the Washington Wizards, 120-103. We all saw how that offense and defense looked. Was kind of atrocious due to most of the starters sitting out last game. It seems like that's going to be the situation going into this game, as Coach right off the back came in with some news, and we're going to tune in to see what Coach had to say about tonight's starting lineup. 1 second, if I can switch that over. I talked to his coach.
Mitch, Josh, Cat, no G are out. Mitch is out. Load management, and then the other three guys were just being a little cautious with them.
Coach, were you hoping tonight was going to be a dress rehearsal, and now you're not going to be able to do that?
You know, I said this before. Anytime you're missing guys, this next guy step up, and knock on wood, we could be missing guys during the season, and so it's just another opportunity for guys to step up and get a chance to play. And we'll go out and try to win the game with who's available tonight. Mitch, Josh.
So we got Mitch, Josh,
Cat, no G are out.
Cat, and OG. So, of course, our guys are out again. We saw what happened the last preseason game with the starters out. And he had to mix a couple of players in and there, and the chemistry was not there. We saw on the offense and we saw on the defense. So hopefully, knowing that these guys are out with load management, we could potentially have a better lineup, a better situation. It's looking like the starting lineup for the Knicks is Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, Jalen Brunson, Pacome Dadier, Gerson Yabusele. So Yabusele is back at the 5. Pacome Dadier, another 6'8" wing, is at the power forward position. So Knicks are going small with Brunson, Deuce, and Clarkson. So Clarkson playing the small forward position, Deuce at the 2, and Jalen Brunson at the 1. Pretty much against a Charlotte team that I am not 100% familiar with, but I see they got Colin Sexton. They still got Miles Bridges. They got their rookie Khan, as well as Liam and Diabate. Is pretty much the 5 that Charlotte is rolling out there. But before the game starts, a couple things I do want to chat about is obviously, a healthy Mitch going into this year, which they talked about health management and workload management for Mitch this year. Going into the season, what I thought about is possibly, him not playing back-to-backs, which I believe it was 14 games that the Knicks had back-to-backs, what would leave Mitch with around like 66 games or so, or 67 games, where he can still kind of get some records in. But it seemed like workload management, will this affect him in the regular season? Besides the back-to-back, will them training during the regular in-between games he might miss a game here or there that are not back-to-backs? And if so, that would open up opportunities for Hakaporti to get some minutes. And we saw a video earlier of Hakaporti working on his baseline threes, his corner threes, and he was knocking them down. I believe he hit like 5 or 6 in a row. So I wouldn't have a problem with Mitch missing certain games to keep them healthy, due to the fact that we have Hakaporti there to back that up. But besides that, we don't really have any other bigs, and that's an issue, besides Hakaporti, Cat, and Gerson Yabusele. But Yabusele do not have the size that those other two centers does. But we got to move on because the game is about to start soon. Then, of course, Josh Hart Josh Hart only playing one preseason game, guys, and he's been sitting down ever since. So I'm eager to see what's going to transpire with Josh. Malcolm Brogdon retiring, just randomly out the blue. He's taking off and he's retiring. What's going to transpire with that? You know, do the Knicks leave that spot wide open, leave that 15-man roster, or do they bring in someone to kind of close it out, which don't make sense because they needed to drop someone anyway to make some cap space. So eager to see what happens after tonight's game, to see who gets cut, if somebody do get cut, and who's going to be down to the G League. And no trades for the kiddies. The kiddies are safe due to the fact that Brogdon left. So was this something that Brogdon had in mind, was for him to dip because of the kiddies? Who no, but it's time to get it started. It looks like for me, they got Jameson in the starting lineup with Diakite. Okay, I like this, and everybody knows that my thing's behind. But we're gonna get it started as game is good to go. I don't know why it's always behind, always behind. But jump ball is in. It is up. Colin Sexton, who's always been a nemesis with the Knicks, knocked down a basket. We got Mikal bringing the ball up. Knicks first possession. Let's see what transpires. They pretty much run their little half set. Brunson off ball, using the screens. Nice pick and roll. Pull up 3-pointer from JB. In and out. But that was a solid look off the set. As Colin Sexton, let me see. Do they turn the ball over? And they say last touch by the Knicks, which makes no sense on that play, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Let me make sure everything it is set up and good to go. Dan, appreciate that. As another bucket, it is scored. It is 4-0 for the Knicks. Let's see. As Knicks lineup right now is looking with Clarkson in the starting lineup. So it looked like Brunson with Clarkson. As Clarkson tried to get it into Diakite. Forceful pass on that, but we'll still take it. As, let me see, can I put that aside? Nope, I need to pop it out. Let me see if I can bring that in just a bit. All right, we can leave that there. It's Colin Sexton, pull up 3, no bueno. Jalen Brunson on the fast break. Come on, JB, let's see what you got. Use the pick and roll, mid-range jump shot over to Diakite for 3. No good. Rebound by Mikal. Easy basket. Left-hand layup from Mikal. Let's see what the Knicks do on defense as we get the defense going. As Knicks force a turnover. We like that. We like that. But Diakite, at least he got that shot up. We give him taking that shot. Knicks get into their sets. Look like some motions. Okay, Mikal down screen. Alley-oop up to no good. Diakite got to finish that alley-oop. As it is 4-2 right now. A quick turnover for the Knicks. So we'll take it. As it seems like Charlotte always drafts Duke player and another Duke player that they pick. High pick and roll. Brunson gets it to the paint. Almost drops it. Dish it off. Diakite at the top. Jordan Clarkson going to let it fly. Knocks it down. We'll take it. Jordan Clarkson get that 3 up. Knicks get into the paint. As Miles. Is it Miles? What is his name? Miles Bridges? Keep thinking Miles McBride, but Miles Bridges get into the paint on the Knicks. Diakite in the starting lineup. Knicks is trying to get some good movement with him. Brunson at the top of the dribble. Bump fade. Gets into it. Mid-range is cash money as Jalen Brunson. I still think JB can average his good numbers still. As they trap the ball. Gets it in. Pass it up. Recover from the 3-pointer. In and out. Rebound. Out of bounds. Rebound by Knicks. We'll take it. We would take it. I like it. Pump fake gets in there. And he has a lot of space. He definitely have a lot of space. So good attack by JB. Off the pick and roll, mid-range, passes it to Mikal. Mikal, no good. Rebound by the Knicks. Jameson got it. Clarkson to JB. JB catches and shoot.
3-point goal.
So it looks like a lot of three-pointers, ladies and gents. A lot of three-pointers going to be taken with the Knicks. They took 53 in their last game as they already got up, I believe, 4 three-pointers as Charlotte gets into the paint. So it looks like they translate a lot of threes, as is 8 to 10. A pick and roll. JB head fakes, gets into the paint. Up and under is no good, but I still like the attacking mentality of Jalen Brunson as Charlotte gets into the paint. Looks like a travel, but a three-pointer miss by Khan as Clarkson bringing the ball up. I like the pace that the Knicks are running right now. High pick and roll. It's the mid-range jump shot, but Clarkson, it is good money. Let's go. Let's get this defense going. Already 12 points with 8 minutes left in the quarter. Gets it to the paint, dish it off. He has to defend that three-point line as they knock it down. Jameson needs to crash out a little harder on that. Pause. Jalen Brunson bring the ball up. Let's see what they run. They space it out. JB gets it to the paint. Spin off. Dish it to Jameson. Jameson back out to Mikal. Mikal for the three-pointer.
3-point goal.
Moving 3 for Mikal. We'll take it 11 to 15. I'm like this lineup. Well, no, I can't say this lineup without Cat. It's crazy as they missed a three. They missed an assignment, and a three-pointer is knocked down by Charlotte as Mikal gets into the paint right now. It's 14 to 15. Jordan Clarkson gets the 3-ball up. Look, when the Knicks are firing on all cylinders right now, you have three-pointer after three-pointer. As defense by Jordan Clarkson, the ball is stolen. Mikal in transition passes out to Diawara. Diawara back to Brunson, who took a long 3. Rebound by Mikal. As what has gotten to the Knicks right now with all these three-point attempts. As Knicks need to get back into their set. They runs a pick and roll with Mikal. Mikal gets it to the paint. Back out to Diawara for a long 3. No good. Another offensive rebounds for the Knicks. JB get the three-pointer up.
3-point goal.
This is what we're talking about, ladies and gents. 21 to 14. Knicks is flat out dropping nothing but three-pointers after three-pointers right now. Jalen Brunson, 2 for 4 from 3. He is 3 from 6, so he is 50% from the field goal. He is also 50% from 3 with 1 assist and 1 rebound, 8 points. But following that with a perfect quarter right now, it is Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson has been coming in. His first 3 games, this man was 0 for about 11 from three-point line. Actually, no, he made 2 in the last game. But finally finding the open basket here with Jordan Clarkson. He is 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 for 3 with 8 points. And he is coming in fuego right now. Let's give it up for the Knicks. So Jordan Clarkson in the lineup looks like it opened up a lot of room for him, obviously because you got Jalen Brunson in the game. So just that front court can be dynamic this year. I believe so. Mikal could possibly play a lot of 3 this year. So we have a roster to mix and match. So it's up to coach to see what he wants to do. But right now, Knicks are coming out fired. Now, granted, this is against a Charlotte bench, per se. With a lot of the players, you got Bridges, you got Colin Sexton, you got their rookie from Duke, Khan, McNeely. So obviously there's no LaMelo Ball, and Bridges was the only one scoring all the points for Charlotte for the most part. But what a way to start it off for the Knicks. What a way for Jalen Brunson to get it going. 2 for 4 from 3. You know, I was a little skeptical of how JB was going to come out with his three-point shooting. Because all the other games, it felt like it was forced and he was trying to find his way. Right now, it's in the rhythm. So I guess all those practices definitely came in. And he see his spots where he can get it going, especially the mid-range. Early sets, you saw that mid-range wide open with those pick and rolls from Jameson. So it's looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good so far. Definitely. We just gotta. I want to see Cat play so I can see them kind of have 2 20-point games to see both of them get off. Pause. But look, we would take what we can get, especially with Mitch. I think we have a team. Like once everything is rolling, we see the cohesiveness. Yabusele, we need to see Yabusele come aboard and showcase what he can do. Right now, this could be Jordan Clarkson come out game, which everyone was desperate to see because there were questionables with our bench, our high scoring bench coming in because of what they've done so far in the preseason. So let's see what transpires as the game is back going. Knicks look like they're in a zone coverage in a sense, a box and one, as they are helping. I like the help defense though. The help defense is pretty solid on certain things. And it's good. I guess that's how they shadow Jalen Brunson, or not shadow, but pretty much protect him in a sense. So it's kind of running a box and one. So if anybody try to drive, they're actually closer to the driving lanes. As Charlotte comes out and knock down the three, it is all Bridges. It is all Miles Bridges right now with 16 points as he is going in. As Hakaporti is in the game, let's see. Oh my God. They try to throw an alley-oop to Yabusele. Yabusele's not a high flyer. This man is a below the game scorer. It's a big body. Pause. Lower half. It's on roids. So I don't know if that man can get up like that on those low alley-oops. As we got to play D, as Bridges knocks down another three-pointer. It is 20-21, and a quick timeout is called. I like this quick timeout. This is a Tibbs quick timeout. This is one of those quick timeouts stating like, yeah, what's going on? Let's get these quick timeouts and talk to the guys. Talk to them. We got to get here on defense. What are we doing? I don't even think they're going to pick up anybody, cuz, to be honest with you. Let me switch this up. And the reason why I say is that in order for us to keep Brogdon, they had to drop like either one of the rookies to bring in Brogdon or bring in Landry Shamet. So that was the dilemma. Now that Brogdon retired, they can just keep Shamet without having to get rid of anybody to make space or money for them. So I don't think they go after anyone. I think they keep that 15-man roster open so that, possibly they could pick up someone later on during the season, a la Ben Simmons. But yeah, we'll see what they do. But I think that's the route that they go. Where's my chat here? Okay. Ed, what's going on, Ed? Appreciate you rocking with us, Ed. Knicks trying to get this W tonight. We'll see what happens. Let me fix this chat really quickly. Oh, you and me both, Ed. You and me both. This gonna be one of them years. This gonna be like one of them the 99 2000 years. It's definitely gonna be one of those years. I can see it. Ah, you think Spencer Dinwiddie would be a good pick for the Knicks? It would be. Spencer played with Jalen Brunson in Dallas, and he also played with Mikal in Brooklyn. So either one of those guys could definitely bring him along. Would be good, but like you said, we'll be back to the dilemma of possibly having to cut one of our rookies or trade our rookies rather to bring in Spencer Dinwiddie, which for me. It's great. Spencer is a 6'6" guard. He could put the ball on the floor. He gets up a lot of threes. He also could play defense. So you can't lose with bringing Dinwiddie in. But he talked too much ish about the Knicks when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. So that's a stinger. Is that something that us Knicks fans could get over? Oh yeah, Morrison. Yeah, look, Knicks Twitter's calling Morrison Bird. They're calling him Bird. So Who knows? Oh, excuse me, Garrison Matthews. They call him Birds, but Morrison. Who's Morrison? As Knicks are back, high pick and roll with Brunson. Dishes it off to Deuce. Deuce finally comes in the game. It is fouled on a 3-point attempt. Let's see. So, let's see. 20-21 right now. Deuce is heading to the free throw line on a 3-point shooting. But appreciate you rocking with me, cuz. I definitely do. I know you probably on your way to work. Oh, Matthews, you mean? Yes. So, yeah, he's, 6'6", someone that can play defense, knock down the jump shot, but he's a similar player to Landry Shamet. So if I have to keep one, I'll keep Landry since we already got chemistry with Landry. We know how Landry plays. So I think that's who I'll probably stay with. Let me see if I could bring that big. So let's see. Are they challenging this? Oh, that's clean. They're reviewing the 3-point attempt and foul. But it looks clean, though. I think it looks clean. But yeah, I mean, there's other players out there. Victor Oladipo, that's another player that's out there that the Knicks could potentially look at. Another ball handler, someone that could play D. But he's had injuries like that, so we don't know what his injury situation is. You got Ben Simmons. You got he used to play with us last year. It got hurt with the Indiana Pacers, had his face busted open. I forgot his name, but even him that we can possibly go to, who's I think he was like 6'5" guard that played great defense and knocked it down. So there's plenty of options that they can do once they get everything settled and situated. So we'll see. Well, I appreciate that, Pastor. What's going on, Pastor? Look, we appreciate you being here with us. Thank you for rocking. This is definitely a Christian friendly show, as well as we. It's my cousin just informed me that you are the pastor, so we appreciate you. We might do a nice little prayer after the stream too to close it out on a beautiful one. But thank you for being here. I knew your presence was felt because my Knicks is about to start doing good. So appreciate you being here. Currently, they're still reviewing the play. This is a long review, but let's see what they say. Okay, so they stated that. Wow, what is it called? So they called a jump ball as there's no foul on the play. I guess it was a successful challenge. So Charlotte brings the ball up. They get into a pick and roll. Khan gets into the paint. Look like they try to use a Gortat screen to no avail. Deuce at the top of the key. Great closeout by Brunson. But Bridges, who pretty much hasn't missed a shot yet, finally misses a shot as a rebound by the Knicks, 20-21. Let's get the Knicks going right now. Trying to bring some energy to the team right now. So far, Jalen Brunson right now with 8 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Needs to gets it going right now. He's on the floor with Deuce, Shamet, Hakaporti, and Yabusele. As Landry Shamet gets into his sets quick, Jalen Brunson on the ISO, in and out, passes out to Yabusele. No good as a loose ball foul. But this is what I was saying with Yabusele. Yabusele needs to knock down these shots, right? When he's at his power forward position, I say that's when his percentage is going to be down. Last year with Philly, he played a big bulk of his minutes at the center spot, with the centers were sagging off. So This is a little different year for him. So let's see if he can knock down that 3-point clip, same that he did last year. Because so far, it's not looking good. As Knicks trying to get the ball in, it's taking forever. Gets it into Hakaporti. Hakaporti at the top of the key. They run their set pick and roll. Let's see what JB does. JB with the dribble pounce for 3.
3-point goal.
11 points from JB. Jackal, what it do? Oh, yeah, they're definitely deeper this year, Jackal. They're definitely deeper. I only wish Tibbs had this lineup just to see what it would look. Probably would have got us farther. As rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele on a fast break. We got our power forward bringing the ball up. Our center bringing the ball up. Shamet gives it up. Pass it to Deuce. Deuce gets into the paint. JB wide open again. No good. See, JB's been too wide open, so that's how he missed that shot. As it's 20-24. As Knicks get into their defensive set right now. And I like how they definitely shrink the floor, like I said, in that box of one aspect. As James misses the side step on Charlotte. Ball is ditched up. Brunson in fast break. Out to Landry. Landry with the in and out 3. Guys, they are getting the clips up like crazy. They are knocking down too many threes right now. Charlotte gets into the paint. As Brandon Miller, no good, actually. That's not even Miller. Who's number 4 on Charlotte? I can't tell. As Knicks are playing some solid defense. They are moving their feet. Long 3-point attempt by Salon knocks it down. As 23-24. JB bringing the ball up. Quick, fast motion. Let's see. Almost dribble handoff. Doesn't take it. JB's on the wing. As he going ISO. Okay. Did JB get an ISO play? Mid post, midi, it's no good. So that's the offense that we used to say with JB sometimes. Like, is that needed? You have a taller defender on you, and you wanted to back him down. As Charlotte goes in for the hook shot, rebound by Brunson. As they run in, pass it to Hakaporti. Hakaporti on the fast break. Great bounce pass by JB. As with Mitch out, Hakaporti running the floor. We take that. Just turn to my neck, seeing how Nick's doing. Nah, do your thing. Do your thing. We appreciate you. As a 3-pointer is no good. Hakaporti rebounds. Back up to JB. JB on a fast break. Pass it out to Deuce. Deuce gets the 3 up. No good. Look, 16 of the Knicks' 23 shots have been 3-pointers, ladies and gents. They are getting it. Now remember, last year we're a 2-point heavy team, a mid-range heavy team. As Charlotte gets into the paint, knocks it down 25-26. So how can we find an even kill? As Jalen Brunson gets into the paint, knocks down the 3-pointer and is fouled with a 4-point play coming up for JB. But JB's getting those shots. He's looking efficient tonight. As let me clean up the chat just a bit. Nope. Let's clean it up. JB early, 14 early points for Brunson, mixing it up right now. It's 5 for 10, so he's still 50. About to say 50 cent. He's 50% from the field. Actually, 5 for 10. 4 for 8 for 3. So JB is Steph Curry numbers this year, ladies and gents. Easily can average 28 points at the rate that he's going with the amount of 3-pointers he's getting up. Look at that number, 28. As Knicks are playing defense right now. Let's get the defense going. As they almost grabbed the rebound. Rebound is tipped. As Peterson shoots the 3, no good. Rebound again by Charlotte. As Charlotte is swinging the basketball. Top of the key. Head fakes on Mikal. Mikal gets brought all the way to the and block shot by Mikal. We take it. Knicks on transition. Let's see what they do. Corner 3-pointer looks like. As JB stepped back, misses the 3-point attempt. How many attempts JB got up in the first quarter? He must know he's probably sitting down after this. because JB is getting these shots up. 15 points, 5 for 11, 4 for 8 for 3. As Knicks is in a defensive set, Landry Shamet as swiped, and he is fouled at his, Saloon. Saloon gets to the free throw line as he hits him with the bump, gets into the paint, and Shamet is called for the foul. Now, this is going to be probably an issue for the Knicks. And what I say issue is our height of when we go to our small forwards. So if OG goes down or if Mikal go down, you're bringing in nothing but 6'4" guys. You know, you got Shamet 6'4". You got, well, right now the lineup is Brunson. Obviously, you know, Brunson 6'2". Deuce is about 6'2". Shamet is 6'4". Mikal is 6'6", and Jameson is about 6'10". So this is a small lineup we're going right now. It's a very small lineup. You got Mikal playing the power forward. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me see about the cam. Nope, not cam. This is chat. I need to move over. Let me see. Still working on some stuff. We can do that. All right, that's good. Let's see. First free throw is knocked down. And the second one, 29-30 right now. Knicks need to get it going. Brunson bringing the ball up. Let's see. And Brunson playing the entire first quarter. That's similar to what Melo used to do. As Brunson turned the ball over. Charlotte in a fast break. 37 seconds left. Great recovery on defense. As Deuce is back. As he wants this ISO with Mikal. This Mikal you're talking about. Mikal about to be all defense. Nice switch. He goes nowhere. Gets into the paint. Great defense. But he tips it. Okay, it's Knicks basketball. I thought he tips it away. All right, let's do it. 10 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what my Knicks can do. Let's see. That was some great defense played. Not going to lie. So Deuce at the top of the key. Brunson flares out. We run to a high pick and roll with Jameson. The big comes out to switch. Stops it. Deuce is on the island by himself. Deuce did not get a shot up. Great defense. Great defense from Diabate. As we come to an end, Knicks with a 1-point lead, 30-29. Now, as much as we can score, playing defense for me is something that we need to look into, guys. We 100% need to play better defense. Nostalgic Nick, what's going on? Appreciate you rocking. Appreciate you pulling up. Nick so far is looking good. This the same offense as last year. I wouldn't say that. Certain sets, Brunson still had, you know, you seen a couple of ISO plays with JB. He's still trying to figure his way out. But for the most part, yeah, Tibbs did a lot of dribble handoffs. This year, I think the biggest difference is feeding the pick and roll. Whenever somebody's cutting, they're hitting the bigs this year. Tibbs ran a lot of floppy last year. That's something that they're implementing this year. So I think it's I think some of it is still going to be here. Let me see. Let me move the chat over and open this up so I can see what we are. Let me bring this over here so I can see what Jackal and everybody talking about real quick. All right, same on offense. It says if we end up winning the chip, and within these next couple of years, these boys are getting the statues of themselves at MSG. I got high expectations for the season. Jackal, you and me both. If Knicks win the championship, the JB's getting his jersey retired. Cat getting his jersey retired, and you know we don't retire nobody jersey. To be honest with you, those two guys getting their jerseys retired. And I'm like, I would rather give me a Ewan statue in front of the Garden. But 100%. If we and I try not to think like that right now, Jackal, but it's in the back of the cerebellum of my Knicks potentially getting over the hump. I was speaking with my wife earlier that it's even with Boston, it took Boston a while to get over that hump. OKC had to go to two kind of dynasty players sembling where they had Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. They couldn't do it with that, but then they did it with this regime and this team. It's tough getting over the hump. How many years of other teams being dominant? It took when the Heatles, when they came together, it took them 2 years to get it going, and they did. So with the Knicks, I think it's going to take time. I don't know if it can be this year, but next year, 100%, we have to bring a chip. We have to. We have to. As Knicks are going right now, Mikal, that's a mid-range for you, Mikal. As Mikal didn't use that set. That was an opportunity for Mikal to get a mid-range shot. But he said, no, I'm going to get to the paint, pass it off to Jameson. Jameson with the hook shot, no good. Too many passes, but will take it. As Knicks back on defense. Let's get this defense going. As the hook shot is made by Khan. Well, my man Dan said, if the Knicks win the chip, there won't be a city left, a place for a statue. This is 100%. As Mikal gets into the paint, Midi is good. Quick early points from Mikal Bridges. Mikal with 7. As Colin Sexton is called for a blocking. That should have been a charge. But 100%, we get a statue at the Garden. Will be phenomenal. But I also know that the Penn Station is trying to actually get the Garden to move so that they can do a renovation. So the Garden might not be on 32nd or 33rd anymore. So retire the whole starter 5 jersey. We in there. We in there. Mitch put his jersey up there. Definitely longest tenured Knick right now. So Mitch can definitely be in there. We definitely have waited too long. Definitely. Look, I was gracious enough to see my Giants win a championship. I was gracious enough to see my Mets in the World Series. So it's time to get the Knicks in the finals, ladies and gents. It's time to get the Knicks in the finals. It's 32-31. That's what we rock it with. Get us to the finals, get us there, and let us bring a chip home. I'm with you on that, Jackal, and Edward as well. Dan, the championship, man, the city would lose its mind. We already saw what happened when the Knicks went to the Eastern Conference Finals. We saw what happened there. So I could just imagine this season and what turmoil will pretty much transpire with the Knicks just doing their thing. And it's not like it's good. It's not going to be an easy task either. I think Atlanta has gotten better. Orlando has gotten better. Detroit is on an uphill trajectory with their team. A lot of teams are getting better. Yes. I've seen the Yankees win more than a couple of World Series. They've been great, but it's the Mets on this side. But if the Mets not playing, then of course I'll root for the Yankees just to bring a chip here. But 100%. But yeah, just bringing a chip, even with the Liberty. When the Liberty won a chip, I was out there at the parade cheering for the Liberty, making sure they were good. It could have been a bigger turnout, but still was gracious for that. Still was a dope turnout. So just imagine New York winning a chip. That's crazy. I'm not going to work. I don't care what's going on. I'm taking a vacation, and we staying here and celebrating. But we got 82 games we got to get to just to make it to the playoffs. and get through, because last year playoffs was a battle. So health plays a pivotal role this year. Do we, our team won. We had the #1 ranked coaching, not even coaching staff, but the medical team, #1 ranked medical team last year. So hopefully that can transpire into this year, and to keep Mikal healthy, keep OG healthy. So. Okay, so it was a coach's challenge that occurred, and Knicks won the basketball. We wonder why it was another timeout called, as Knicks run their sets, gets it in. Hakaporti, who's in the game right now? We got Jameson, Diawara, you got Bridges, McBride, and Tyler Kolek. So we are deep into the bench right now, with Mikal being the only starter out. As Knicks are moving their feet, playing defense, but a foul is called on Mikal. Colin Sexton has been a nemesis with the Knicks for the longest. I would have loved to have Colin Sexton here on the Knicks. He's a gritty guard, plays great defense, knock down shots, attack the basket. But I know we needed another ball handler to control the tempo. But he's an aggressive guard, and I like him. Went to college at Alabama. So, let's see. Knicks are playing D, moving their feet. Diawara. Over that, let's see. Rebound by Deuce. Deuce bring the ball up. Let's go. Tyler Kolek in the offense, back out to Deuce. Run that high pick and roll. They double it. Let's see. As Deuce almost turned the ball over. Back out to Deuce. Knocks it down. 3-pointers good by Deuce. 31-35. As we are getting the 3-point temps up right now. We are. Knicks playing some great defense. As a travel is called on Colin Sexton. That's what I said. Move the feet, Knicks. Move the feet. Stay in front of your guards. Move the feet. That's good work right now. It's good work. Says, if we didn't get Brunson a few years ago, the word was we were signing Colin Sexton. I heard about, I heard about the Sexton rumors. We definitely did. As Kolek at the top of the key, dishes it up to Jameson. This is that triangle set they run, and I like it. Gets into it. Oh, great movement. Diawara, you got to pop that. As Deuce is fouled on the corner 3. I got to see how many 3-point attempts we got up right now, because it is a lot. As I surf the web real quick to see. Let's look at the box scores for the Knicks. Let me switch it over. Knicks got up 23 pointers so far between the first and second quarter, with still 9 minutes to go. So, am I right to sit there and say the Knicks can get up over 53 pointers a game? Right? We're currently at 40%, 8 for 20, which is not bad. 8 for 20 on threes at the moment is not bad. With the big bulk of it coming from Jalen Brunson, who's 4 for 8, 50%. Deuce is 1 for 2. Mikal is 1 for 2. Diawara is 0 for 3. Clarkson 2 for 2. Miles is 1 for 3. And Shaman is 0 for 1. So I like them getting these 3-point attempts up right now. But 23 pointers right now. 9 minutes left. I still think they can get up maybe 8 to 10 more 3-pointers. So we're talking 33 pointers at the half. That's on pace for about 60. So we'll see how many 3-pointers we could get up at the end of the half. But that's ridiculous. Wow, they called a flagrant foul on that closeout. So Deuce is going to the line, but a flagrant foul. It seems like they are tightening it up a bit on the flagrant foul. They call that a flagrant foul. So let's see. Deuce at the line. But then it makes it tough, because clearly on that closeout, you saw that it was a legit closeout to, stop the shot. It's not intentional. I would figure if it's a flagrant foul, it'll be intentional. Now, granted, I'm fine with Deuce going to the line as he missed the second free throw. But it's NBA ruling, man. As Deuce knocked down both free throws, Deuce is only 1 for 3 at the line. Come on, Deuce. These are free throws. As Deuce comes sit down on the bench, Jordan Clarkson is in the game right now. 31-36 Knicks. Let's see. Knicks running their set. Let me see my phone. Clarkson mid-range midi. Clarkson in the midi is similar to Jalen Brunson. He could get to that midi any time. But let's get the defense going. Pick and roll. Colin Sexton mid-range jump shot is sweet. Hit him with that fadeaway. We like it. Diawara at the top of the key. Diawara could put that ball on the floor. Great dribble penetration of Clarkson. Misses it. Rebound is good. Diawara, 6'9", power forward, lanky. Like they said, that's raw Siakam right there. As Knicks are playing great defense, but a rebound by Kine from his own missed three-pointer. That's another Achilles heel with the Knicks right now is the defensive rebounding. As Mikal stop and pop for 3, no good. As they're getting the attempts up. Let's get this defense going right now. As Khan gets into the paint, passes it up. Diawara with a great closeout. Mikal almost with the steal. Back out to Miles. Miles is cooking. He is cooking right now. With 10 minutes right now, 18 points in 10 minutes is Knicks with a dribble handoff on the wing. Back out to Kolek. Kolek gets into the paint, passes it up to Hakaporti, who misses the left-hand layup, but a late foul call. Late foul call. Will, what it do, Will? Looks like we're going to live and die by the 3. Will, we are getting the 3s up, Will. We are. Live and die by the 3. I guess that's the Golden State motto. We seen that with Sacramento, so they are bringing us here with the Knicks. And how do we feel about it as Knicks fans? Me, I enjoyed last year's scoring with the mid-range by Brunson. Mikal had the midi. So I don't mind mixing it up a lot. But yes, we let's pull it back out right now. We have shot, let me see if I can pull it up. 22 threes, right? 11 mid-range jump shots to 22. It's crazy. So we took 22 threes to 11 mid-range. That's definitely seems like our go-to. Live and die by the 3. As great rebound by Diawara. As Kolek gets into the paint, backs out, running a triangle set. I like it. You're supposed to turn around, though. 2-man game. Floater, it's good. We like that by Kolek. Like that. Get into the paint. And a steal by the Knicks. Clarkson wide open for the 3 and air balls it. What's going on? As a timeout is called, 43-35 from the Knicks right now. As we are holding on just by a little bit, but great sets. And these are basic sets. Basic sets that they implemented. And coach said he didn't even add any play calling yet. These are just their optional reads, their read and react play sets that we're working with. So I'm excited. I'm excited to where we actually have calls set and played for certain individuals to get it going. Now, I don't know when they're going to find time to implement that, because during the regular season, everybody going to be recovering from games. You're going to be practicing your regular sets and your motions. So where we gonna find time for that? I have no clue when we're gonna find time. But at least we'll get more paint touches by the centers. That's something that I'm definitely, Mitch can have a career year. Kolek was doing his thing. Like it's crazy where everyone was like, trade Kolek, do that. I'm like, that last game he had when he had like 20 points, like 8 assists. I'm like, Kolek can still be a functional third string point guard for us. I think so. So either we're going to advertise him to trade him and get something better. Cool. It has to be something better. If not, let's keep Kolek. Let's keep him, develop him. We got all these development coaches. We got to put these coaches to work. And I like Kolek. I really do. He knows when to pass, know when to be aggressive. His 3-point shots need to be a little bit more efficient, but I think that'll come due to more experience. So we'll see with that. But so far, Knicks are actually rolling. I'm enjoying what we got going on right now. Clarkson with 10 points. Jalen Brunson with 15. Mikal with 7. Ariel with 3. And Deuce with 4. I'm liking the aggressiveness by Diawara. Even though he's only 1 for 5. He's grabbed a couple rebounds here. Had an assist there. So he's actually showcasing that, he's doing more than just scoring. Look at his plus minus. He's 14 in a plus minus in 10 minutes. But you know me, I'm a big plus minus guy. So that is showcasing that he can do a lot more. Kolek has that true PG, true point guard play style. You were right, Jacko. Definitely is. He definitely does. But, they talk about trading my guy. But let's see. As we are back, let's play some defense, Knicks. As look at that great defense by Landry. Diawara pumps fake. Hey, with the lay-in. Let's go. Speak of the man in transition. Diawara with the long strides. Gets into the paint. Rebound by Hakaporti. Diawara at the 4, ladies and gents. Space in the floor. Could knock down threes. Get into the paint. As Jordan Clarkson gets into the paint, we see set that screen by Hakaporti. Hakaporti to Kolek. Kolek with the strong 3-pointer. But Knicks get back on defense. Colin Sexton trying to get into the paint. Ball stolen by Diawara. He is all over the place. But they call a jump ball. Yo, the last 2 defensive possessions by Diawara has been phenomenal. His length on that wing is great. Great positioning, great timing on that. This is why we were saying Diawara has that raw talent that just need to be unlocked. So this is a player Knicks need to keep around. Need to. I don't know if we need to send him to the G League. He need to stay with us, as a jump ball is called, especially since we're thin at that forward spot. If OG and Mikal needs to take a seat, he needs to be with this team. I just like his raw talent and energy. As Charlotte runs the jump ball, let's get this defense going. Colin Sexton left wide open for 3. Just walks right into it. 38-45 as Kolek bringing the ball up. Let's go back up to Landry at the top of the key. Looks like they run the screen for Hakaporti. Gives him a great screen. Shamit off of it. Knocks it down.
3-point goal.
3-point shot. 38-48 right now. As Colin Sexton comes right back with another 3. Oh, my God. Mike Brown calls a timeout. See, in this situation, he's telling Hakaporti, you gotta come up on that. I know he's telling him that. Because why is he all the way in the drop coverage on that? You gotta get up on that high pick and roll, which led Colin Sexton to literally walk right into that. 41-48 currently. As great high energy, but I want to see more Diawara. He's 2 for 6 right now. Like I said, the points is not really it. He's kind of all over the place with his stats right now. He's a plus 13, 4 points, a steal, an assist, 3 rebounds, 2 offensives. He's holding it down. Him in that power forward spot, and I believe he can even play small forward, depending on who he's guarding. He could shift and move his feet. He's agile, great length. His shot needs to be a little bit more consistent. He's 0 for 3 from three-point line. But just having spurt minutes out there for defense and presence, I think he can get a spot with the Knicks. I think he's currently on like an exhibition 10. So we'll see what the Knicks do. Do we need to utilize that 15 spot for a ball handling guard when you got Deuce and you got Brunson and you got Kolick? You got Clarkson, so these guys can have the ball in his hands. And then, of course, we want Mikal to have the ball in his hands a little bit more as Jalen Brunson is back in the game. JB at the top of the key. Dishes off to Yabusele. Yabo misses the 3, grabs his own rebound. Pass it up to Brunson. Brunson gets into the paint. Let's see, a lot of dribble. I like that set, though. But it looked like it was just a motion and movement as Clarkson needs to get the shot up. No good to Noah Bell. But Brunson definitely was playing fast on that. Let's see. Nick Nation 112. What it do, Nick Nation? Appreciate you for rocking and rolling. Shamit is hungry to be on this team. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Nick Nation, salute Delusional. Pacome is on the next trade or the first flight out of New York. I don't know if that's going to happen now, Nick Nation. I don't know if that's going to happen now, Nick Nation. Only because, like you said, Malcolm Brogdon as another 3 as Colin Sexton is killing us right now. As Brogdon is gone, so the Knicks don't necessarily have to trade anybody at the moment. You know, they could still bring on Shamit, but you want to get rid of Pacome to bring on Matthews? Matthews got a crazy jump shot, but Matthews not 6'8". So I don't know, Nick Nation. As Clarkson gets into the paint, knocks it down. So, and mind you, I was with you. I was with you for a second. As another 3-pointer is missed, I was with you to kind of get rid of Pacome Dadier to bring in one of them, or even to keep Malcolm Brogdon. As he gets into the paint, let's see. Hakaporti passes it up to Yabo. Yabusele gets into the paint. Clear it out. Yabo trying to get a basket. Gets in there. Block shot. That was bad spacing. 100% bad spacing for the Knicks. As Charlotte's in transition, gets the bucket. No good. As Charlotte is making a comeback right now. So he's the only one who isn't getting playing time. That's true. That is true. Oh, so you saying Knicks got something lined up already, Nick Nation? Nick Nation said they done got the trade ready because they need to make cuts and movements by tomorrow. So you were right. And Diawara is looking phenomenal right now. He's looking phenomenal. He's 6'9". He know how to utilize his length and his body. Pause. But yeah, well, you're right. You're right. Let's see. Let's see what tomorrow look like and who's on that chopping block. As Landry Shamet knocks down the free throw, it is currently 48-51 right now. Charlotte Hornets is trying to make this comeback as they have 19 points in the second quarter compared to the Knicks 22nd. But yeah. But now Diawara is looking good, not gonna lie. But then I believe they can sign him to a rookie contract. So he can fit with us on this roster and possibly take that spot. So yeah. We'll see. His Knicks is on the defensive end right now. Charlotte is running their sets. A high pick and roll. He goes against it. Mid-range dish over to 33 as Brunson is called for a foul. That's how many fouls JB giving up. No hacking and whacking, JB. No hacking and whacking. As McNeely heads to the line. I believe that's another rookie for Charlotte. And I believe Coach said that he wants to run this game similar to how regular season is. Oh, yeah. Jameson. Jameson is on a two-way for us. Jameson, great verticality on defense. Big body. He's another Jericho Sims for us as Brunson gets into the paint. Left-hand floater by JB. It is good. Yeah, so Jameson, this is a 6'10 center / power forward who got hook shots, but he got bounce. Great pick and roll. So yeah, Jameson, he's going to be around. He's definitely going to be around. And Diawara looked like he's probably more ready than Pacome is. But we can say that, but Pacome really hasn't been getting that much minutes under Tibbs, and he hasn't been getting that much minutes under Coach now. So he might be the oddball out. As JB misses the free throw, we got to knock down these free throw. But stolen by Yabusele. Mikal catch and shoot from 3 off the front rim. As the Knicks are back on defense right now. As Bridges gets into the paint. Packs it up. Another offensive rebound by Charlotte. I don't know. Is Charlotte out rebounding the Knicks right now? As they are getting into their sets, they run a pick and roll. Knicks switch. Jalen Brunson on D. Let's see if JB can do it. Blocked by Mikal. Great defense. Knicks in transition. Let's see what they do on the fast break. Brunson gets behind the back pass. Let's go, Jameson. JB getting fancy. I don't think I've seen a behind the back from JB. JB getting fancy. 2 minutes left to go on the clock. They run a high pick and roll. Let's see with the big. Jameson recovers quickly. Basket, it is made. But Knicks bringing the ball up. 1:40 to go. High pick and roll with Jameson. Brunson gets in. That's a midi from JB. Gotta be cash. No good. Rebound by Bridges. Bridges is definitely playing with great intensity right now. It's a long 3-pointers missed, but rebound by Charlotte. Bucket, it is good. Who knocked down that shot? That's their Deuce. Rookie Deuce right now. I mean, the rookie from Duke, excuse me. As Deuce passes it up to Mikal. Mikal dribble handoff to Yabusele. I don't know. Yabusele at that power forward spot looks a little shaky. Gets into his sets down to Mikal. Mikal on the post. Let's see. Backing him down. Midi. Cash. Money. Midi from Mikal. We'll take it. Knicks back on defense. 56 seconds left to go. Let's see. As a stole by Deuce. Knicks in fast break out to Mikal. Mikal Euro passes it out to Yabo. Come on, Yabo. No good. Rebound by Mikal again. Back out to JB. JB, top of the key.
3-point goal.
Let's go, JB. 54-61. Knicks on defense. Let's close it out. We got to close it out. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're ready to get to the half. Deuce is playing that defense. Mikal at the top of the key. Let's see. They coming for a screen. They switch. Let's go, JB. JB said, I'm going to lock up. This Bridges slide step, rebound. Let's go. See JB on these switch and rolls. We'll take it. At Yabo. Yabo said, I got to get a bucket in.
3-point goal.
Yabo must have heard me talk mess about him and gets the 3-point in. As Bridges pulls up from 3. No good. Rebound by Jameson. And we take it to the half right now. Yo. Nostalgic Nick. I ain't gonna lie. Yabusele has been he's been trash for us this preseason. He's definitely trash. Well, his play has been trash. I'm hoping that later on he could get it going. Because for all of that, we could have kept my guy on the bench. What is my guy? My Damn, what is my dude? My other African power forward that we had last year. How guys leave the Knicks and I keep forgetting their names already. But Knicks at the moment got the lead. What a quarter, 54-64. Jalen Brunson currently with 20 points in a half, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 7 for 15, 46% for Brunson. Brunson is 5 for 9 for 3, 55%. This is what I'm talking about from Cap. Cap is setting the tone. Cap is going to work. So this is what we can expect for Jalen Brunson. I truly believe 28 point per game MVP season for JB this year due to him attempting and taking more 3-pointers. The offense flows for him to still get to the free throw line, still to get open 3-pointers. So I think JB can easily average 28 points this year and get his assist up and still average around the 6 or 7 with this system. So looking good. Around with that, Muhammad Diawara, now he's not killing with the points, but a plus 13 right now on a plus and minus. We'll take it in 11 minutes. He's doing this thing. But it's good to see Jordan Clarkson finally being efficient. I have to bring the screen up because this guy was not efficient the other few games. And that's something that we were looking into, or I was talking about with a couple of my guys coming into it. It was like, yeah, like with him being with Utah, where his shots, like, they weren't efficient. So we're like, okay, he comes to a team where there's great players around, there's a great system, you know, he'll get these efficient shots up. First couple preseason games, we were seeing a lot of jacking. Here is more in the flow. Contested shots, but he's still able to make it. When he gets into the paint, his middies are solid. But his 3-pointer right now, he is 2 for 4, 50% from 3, 5 from 8 from the field at 62%. This is the Jordan Clarkson that we brought over, right? 1 assist, 1 rebound, 2 steals. He can play D. Everybody worrying about his defense. He can play D. Now, granted, this is against bench guys per se, but as long as he can show that he could be efficient under the bright lights in the Garden, that's what I'm looking into. And Trey Jameson, another plus minus. He's plus 13, only 2 points, but his defensive presence is there. Verticality, 2 rebounds. His assist is there too. So it's good. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. The ball is moving. Besides JB still getting his 15 attempts, which deservedly need. Mikal needs more than 7. I'm gonna be honest with you with that. If Diawara could get up 6, I don't know why Mikal only has 7. But 9 points. We'll take your 9 points, Mikal. You're efficient from the floor with being 4 for 7. That's 57%. But 1 for 4 for 3. Get those going. But the forget about it segment is delusional segment right now. Is Gershon Yabusele. This man is 1 for 5, 20% from the field goal. But then, of course, you're 1 for 4, 25% from the 3. I'm hoping with more rep and more spots, hopefully playing at the center spot, he can generate clean looking threes. A lot of his, some of his 3-pointers was open here, and he just flat out missed them. But that's a player that we're going to rely on heavily this season. So he needs to produce. And granted, even if it's 8 or 9 points, that's something for us to have off the bench, because Deuce was the only one giving us buckets off the bench last year. So now with Jordan Clarkson being added to the bench, you got Deuce, who's also there for the bench. You have Shamit that's there to add to the bench. You got Josh Hart that's there to add to the bench. So we got multiple guys to sit there and give us bench. Oh, Swagger's on a whole different level. You know how much the Knicks photos of them walking through the tunnel, how much MSG swag we're gonna have, or pictures of them, Mikal, OG. You know, we some swag players that we got, some swagged out guys. Definitely would Kif drop a new Nick logo design and stuff. That's going to be all over our timeline. And speaking of that, of on our timelines, Knicks City Edition. Actually, these are the statement jerseys have dropped. How we feeling about the statement jerseys? These black ones, I don't know how I feel about them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about the black jerseys. Is these swag? Are these swag, Jackal? Is this swag? I don't know about these. I don't know. But then also, where is it at? It was, I had it up. Oh man, did I lose it? Yeah, I think I lost it. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about these or all the other Knick jerseys. I've seen the white ones. The white ones are looking pretty solid. I'm trying to see. Did I lose? I actually did lose my spot with those new Knick jerseys. I gotta look for it. Okay, here we go. These white ones. These white Knicks. Now, these are not the ones that we thought were from the 99 season. Right? This is not what we want, ladies and gents. This is definitely not what we want when it comes to Knicks jerseys. The jersey is alright. The side colors look like the lights outside of Madison Square Garden. That is true. And I think that's the only thing that kind of sticks out for it, that I'm like, alright, these are solid. I kind of like it. But this is what you bring. This is what you give me, right? If you want to go back to jerseys, this is what you bring to me. All right? This is what you pop up. This would have been a jersey that if they brought this out, guarantee to sell out. But this is, I guess they want to bring it out some other years. But this I would have been bankrupt. I would have spent all my money on it. But definitely. So Knicks are up right now, 54-64, up by 10. We scored 30 points in each of the quarters, 30 in the first, 34 in the second, as we held Charlotte to 29 in the first quarter, 25 on the second. As long as we stay at this pace, we'll actually be good. We're on pace for about, 128 points. So we'll take that. And I had the Knicks kind of being in the top 10 in offensive rating. So with Jalen Brunson doing that, then definitely. Says, yeah, we need more black paneling on our jerseys like those late 90s. 100%. 100%. I'll definitely be down for that. Definitely. But back to it. Let's see what we're doing on the Charlotte sizes. Miles Bridges right now seems like he can get whatever he wants. He's 8 for 13, 61% from the field, and 50% from 3 at 4 for 8 with 20 points. But he's pretty much the only one that's kind of get it going with him and Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton game is pretty good. 11 points with 6 assists. He's also scoring pretty high with 4 for 5 from the field, 80%, 3 from 4 from 3. As he pretty much getting whatever he wants. But great first half performance by Jalen Brunson. Mind you, Jalen Brunson only played 17 minutes in that first quarter. So Brunson pretty much sat for about 7 minutes, right? It's about 17:38, so roughly 6 minutes. So Brunson getting 6 minutes in that first quarter. Oh, wait, actually, no, this is, 17 minutes at the half he played. So Brunson definitely got some rest and still was able to be efficient. I guess that's the whole point of playing your bench and having that, is if Brunson can give you 20 and playing 17 out of 24, 6 minutes was like 3 minutes a quarter per se. Or he played the first entire one. So he played the entire first quarter, then had about like 3 minutes off and the next. So I guess that's good for JB. It's good. I guess that's good. But Yabo need to do 100% better. Will we see Pacome Dadier play at all tonight? Are we going to get some Alex Lynn minutes? Garrison Matthews, he hasn't got any burn, and that's a player that could potentially be on the chopping block. So would we see him, or we got the last of him? Matt Ryan is he hasn't seen the court in a while. Last game, they kind of threw him in last minute. So, you know, he's nowhere near possibly getting a deal with the Knicks. Maybe, and I don't think he can join their G League affiliate team as well. So we'll see what transpires from that. But everybody here, appreciate y'all rocking with us as the Knicks are trying to close out preseason game, the final installment. The first game of the preseason is on October 22nd against the Cavs. We will be here. We will be live with that first game. I actually was going to get tickets for that, but I'm like, nah, let me not do that. Let me be here, going live with you guys, watching the game, giving some play-by-play analysts, and then potentially have the post-game after that. So I said, not that. I'm probably wait till later on in the year. Definitely when the Lakers come into town. I want to see LeBron before he retires. He definitely had that scare with that advertising earlier. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this can't be his last year, because them tickets going to be skyrocket whenever LeBron come in. So we'll see. As we still got a couple of more. And he says, no Pacome. It seems like Pacome's suitcase is packed and ready to go. That's what it seems like. But then, are we moving Pacome to just get a second round draft pick? Or if they're going to try to move him for who, though? You know, that's my thing. We obviously will have to get rid of someone to make cap space and to possibly get like a draft compensation for it. But then, are we really ready to make move for Matthews? Because that will be the move is for anyway. Unless you're saying that you want that roster spot to go to Diakite, which is totally understandable. Because I could have sworn we have Diakite on a two-way. Not sure. I think Diakite's on a two-way. But, you know, I might need to check that stat later on. Because if Diakite's on a two-way, then you keep Pacome. Pacome, Diakite in the future, Kolick in the future. We got Dink Pink that's down in the G League. You keep him in the future. You know, I might have to go to a Westchester game with all the guys that we could potentially have on the team and on the bench. So, yeah, we'll see. But I believe it was a couple of more people that they added. Let me go to Knicks PR. So it says, let me see, was that today? No, that was yesterday. So Donovan Williams, Knicks signed to an Exhibition 10, then they waived him. So you know when they do this is to get their rights and possibly use it from the G League. So Isaiah Roy, he was used to be with the San Antonio Spurs. They signed him to an Exhibition 10, and then they waived him. Possibly G League, right? Obama Bao, they signed him to an Exhibition 10 contract. So you best believe they're going to waive him, send him down to the G League. So we're actually going to have some solid players in the G League this year. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me switch over to that so I can X out all of this. Let me see, 13 likes. But my man JB, I might want to pull that up though. Can I pull that up? JB behind the back pass was crazy.
The crossover behind the back, and Jefferson puts it in. Highlight play there.
That was nasty by JB. Look at a couple of
Sexton
halftime
is going to play that
plays.
role. Sexton they acquired from Utah. Brunson finds a little space and knocks down. Sexton
And this is where opportunity for JB to be creative.
Brunson finds a little space and
He has all that space to do that.
the crossover behind the back.
And Jordan Clarkson, like I said, he has the opportunity to be J.R. Smith for us
talked about is
and gets
you don't
into the
have to, it's not all
paint.
about running
Midi,
fast.
good money for
Talk
him.
about a fast-paced game against
Another
the
wide
Grizzlies.
open
That's what
three.
that was.
So at least he's being efficient.
Clarkson launches.
And this is our cap, ladies and gents, with the bungees. So, important year for us. Very important year. And then, hold on. There should have been a video of Hakaporti knocking down threes. Let's see what Coach talk about JB. And then we can get ready for the second half. I don't even know what the reporter's saying.
Jalen's, he's dynamite, man. He's first-class individual. You know, obviously his parents did something right there too, but he's a grown man, so he did a lot on his own. But great person. On top of that, his work ethic. I mean, I've been around some great ones, and his work ethic is up there with them, if not exceeding some of them. And so that in itself gives him an opportunity to lead by example. Now you factor in the fact that he's not afraid to speak up, because if you're in a leadership role, not everybody's gonna like you all the time, and you know you have to be conscious of it from the standpoint you don't want to be, you know, rude or whatever to everybody and anybody, but at times, you know, you got to be direct, because you don't have time to beat around the bush, and people have to feel that when you say something, not only do you believe in it, but you want them to believe in it as well. And he's definitely not afraid, you know, to use his voice. So
He better not.
I love him.
That's captain. He better not. All right. But that's pretty much sums it up for the first half. It's looking like we're about to get it going. As I am still behind. Like I said, I'm watching it on the Game Time app on my tablet. So it is definitely behind. As you can see, the Knicks are going up. But the Knicks are running their sets. Knicks are back out with their starting lineup. JB gets into the paint. Passes it up to Diawara. Diawara gets into it. Pass up to Deuce. Deuce with the pump fake. Foot on the line. Deuce, man, starting it early. Deuce going to get those threes up. Let's see. As Charlotte gets into the paint. No good. Diawara on the flash break out to JB. JB gets into the paint and one. Goes into the crowd. We got to make sure captain is good, though. Let's go. As captain is good, we have to make sure cap is good. As he gets into the paint. Left hand layup. It is good. Yo, Jalen Brunson is making sure he's in prime game shape. Prime scoring. As she's letting the world know, I'm still able to get my buckets, get my numbers, get my shots up under whatever system I'm in. Which is good, because we were skeptical at first. We were skeptical, not going to lie. As Knicks are in defense, Jalen Brunson gets around that screen. Mikal all the way in drop coverage. JB almost pokes the ball away. Gets into the paint. No foul is called as Hakaporti almost calls the foul. Mikal brings the ball up, dishes it out to Brunson. Brunson gets into the paint. Mid-range is wide open for JB all the time. JB can still get his buckets. And it's within the flow of the offense. And he's not exerting too much energy. So I'm okay with that. As rebound by Diawara. Jalen Brunson bringing the ball up. Let's see. Behind the back. He's in motion right now. Passes it out. Diawara gets into the paint. Loses the ball. As Colin Sexton is fouled. Look at JB. Being aggressive. Gets into the paint. This man. He looks good. He looks good. This is our Cap, ladies and gentlemen. This is our MVP. This is what I'm talking about. As Colin Sexton knocks down the first free throw, it is 57-72. As I said, I am behind. But Diawara is looking good. Running in transition, showcasing his length. As Colin Sexton knocks down the next three, Deuce is bringing the ball up. Passes it up to JB. JB at the top of the key, passes up to Deuce. Deuce pump fakes way far out. As Jalen Brunson do not use the screen, passes it up to Diawara, back to JB. JB looked like he's going to have to force a three. Almost carries it, gets into the paint. Passes it out to Mikal from the corner. Three.
3-point goal.
Now, that's what I like. Deuce was pressing. So Mikal is at the top as well. They are putting high pick and roll. Let's see. Mikal gets around it. He spins and a foul is called. So it looks like whenever they run a high pick and roll with the big and the guard, Mikal still has to get over it. So they don't switch big and guard pick and roll. So at least they understand that segment. So I'm guessing they're going to switch more with guards and forwards. Big, Mikal, or whoever is the guard has to get around it. And our big has to be in drop coverage to kind of make sure they can stop the penetration and the pass and the alley-oop as well. So it's a good recovery, but ultimately still, caused that foul. As Colin Sexton knocks down both free throws, back out to JB. JB right now with 25 points, still ultra efficient from the field, as Cap is showcasing why he's that man. As it looked like they're trying to trap JB, but you got wide open three, but he doesn't take it, and Diawara turns the ball over. Finesse, that's you? Finesse, where you been at? Finesse, I was hibernating, bro. I was hibernating. Definitely, but we back. We back. I definitely was hibernating, bro. Wonderful year we had last year. It would have been a great year to stream, right? And go live play-by-play. As Colin Sexton is going wild right now, knocks down another three. What's good, Finesse? I ain't gonna front. I missed my regulars. I've been gone. I ain't gonna lie. I've been gone. A lot of work, just getting the family right. As Mikal gets up another three. I was getting a lot of things situated, but I'm definitely back, though. Was traveling like crazy for work, Finesse. Definitely. And it's been, like 2 years since my last live? So we in here. Yeah. Finesse, look, it's a love-hate situation when it comes to Tibbs, man. It truly is. Truly is. Truly is. And I'm going to say why, because like we didn't have the bench to play a lot of players, and we wanted to get more bench minutes for certain things. Certain play calling, certain decision makings. It was tough to see Tibbs go. I'm not going to lie. As Deuce gets into the paint, but blocked. Back out to JB. JB pumps fake from three, gets the three going, hits the glass, but Deuce, Deuce is coming down hard. You iffy about Mike Brown? I want to give Mike a chance. With everything. He definitely explains a lot of stuff clear. I think he give up too much information, but I guess it's him being friendly with Nick Media. But we lose that. I don't know if we lose the toughness that Tibbs had, because I'm hearing in practice that he be barking on him. So I want to give him a chance. As I like the offensive schemes, I give him that. I think the offensive schemes have been great. Especially with tonight. I think tonight we're seeing it with a lot more fluidity of the offense. The defense is there. One more year with Tibbs. Well, I agree with you with one more year because we would have gotten a bench better. So Tibbs would have had a better bench to play. Like if we would have had this unit with Tibbs, I think would have been pretty good because he would have played Yabusele and he would have played Jordan Clarkson. So you're right about that. But our offense, man, it wasn't complex. You know, I read in an article, I don't even think it was an article, could have been on Twitter or something that I read, that OKC was like, yo, we want to play the Knicks in the finals because they're easier to defend compared to Indy. Indy plays at a fast-paced ball movement here and there. So you want to get with the times. And Tibbs, we played that slow, methodical offense. We were efficient. But it was slow, methodical. Even though Cat had a career year. But Mikal wasn't loving it. As Mikal pull up for the mid-range, knocks it down. As on key, Mikal knocks down the mid-range. He said that's for Tibbs being gone. As it's 77-68. As a tip-in dunk by who's that big? Was that McKeely with the tip-in dunk? 70-77. Jalen Brunson dribble handoff off the deuce. Back over. A pick and roll. Let's see. JB pulls up for the deep three. It's a bad attempt, JB. But Mikal gets into the paint, grabs the offensive rebound, and loses the ball. As look, we're going to get those clips up. We know that. As Charlotte pulls up for the three-pointer, it is good. 73-77. As Knicks need to get some defense going. Jalen Brunson bring the ball up. Let's see what set they run. Dish it up to Yabo. Yabusele's at the power forward. Like I said, Yabo at the 4 has not been effective. Has not been. So let's see. As we're out of sets, Deuce gets into the paint. Back up to Yabo. Yabo catch and shoot.
3-point goal.
Struggling from 3. Is it possible Tibbs can get brought back? I think while he's still under contract, I don't think Tibbs could. Actually, no. I mean, the contract's kind of null and void. He's still making that $30 million. I don't know if they could bring him back. I don't know. Is it possible to bring him back as a consultant? You know, bring Tibbs back as a consultant. But can we see Tibbs in a consultant role? I don't know. It's like one of those girls, right? That you let go, that you still love. Like, I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if it's good to bring him back. I don't know if it's good to bring back. As Yabo finally knocks down another three-pointer. He is 2 for 5 for 3, 6 points. We need to find some other thing as an assistant, a defensive coordinator. Well, look, we got one of the top defensive coordinators that came from the Clippers. So I don't know if we need Tibbs, though. And mind you, with Tibbs, all right, so Finesse, you've been watching the games. You see that we've been switching a lot more, which helped us out on defense. Nah, he got to stay gone. DC, what to do, DC? Oh, look, as you can tell, DC, I made you a moderator. And this is your first time being here, you're a moderator. So that's to tell you the pull you got. But anyway, yeah, so Finesse, we got one of the top defensive coordinators that they brought along. So, and once the Knicks brought him on board, there was talks around the league like, yo, that's a solid move that the Knicks did. So I'm good with Knicks being a defensive coordinator. Trust me, I'm good. Oh yeah. Come on, you got pulled, DC. Even though you pop it through. What happened with the Arc Raiders? You and Danny finished for the night? Or you just stopping in and just to give me some love? Either way, I appreciate it. But yeah, Tibbs coming back. I don't know about Tibbs making another run though. It will be good though. I could definitely see Tibbs doing something with this lineup that we have here with Jordan Clarkson, with Yabusele. Even with but my thing is, will Mitch be getting these paint touches that we're seeing that's happening around with the new offensive scheme? Probably not. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, DC. Appreciate you just having it up in the background. That's all I need. But while everybody here, please stop, hit the like button, subscribe, forward, send to whoever needs be, as I am trying to get to 1,000. Hold on, Tibbs would gotten another if one of his rookies had made the rotation. Brown is going to be successful if one of you make makes the rotation. Bacombe, if not, Flight, Diawara, Aria, Kolick. It's true. You know, we need someone to play the rookies. And Tibbs probably wasn't going to play Diawara. He probably wasn't going to play Hakaporti as much. So Tibbs trusts Ario. He played him. He definitely did. But it was like in spurts. In moments where it's like, yo, let's sit Cat down for a bit to get rest. He like, nope, we gonna run them knees out. Yeah, so we'll see. As game is back going right now, Knicks are on the defensive end. High pick and roll at the top of the key. Pump fake. Back out to Clarkson, who's been knocking it down. Excuse me. As Sexton knocks down another 3, 76-80. Knicks got to lock up on defense. We were doing too much. As Yabusele is back at the 4. Pass it up to Jameson. Knicks get into their cuts. Good push off by JB. Mid-range, no good. He took us further out the darkness. Like, he brought us to relevancy level that I didn't think we can be in, to be honest with you. Like, we were at the bottom before Tibbs came. Tibbs came, brought structure. He brought relevancy. He brought just pride and dignity in Knicks fans. I wear my Knicks gear out proudly because of multiple back-to-back 50-win seasons, right? Multiple times of getting to the semifinals, finally got it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So yeah, Tibbs took us next level. But similar to Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson brought the relevancy back to Golden State. They got rid of him and brought in Steve Kerr. Kerr took him to the finals. You know, if he had played Ariel with Sims minutes last year, we would have been more successful because Sims gave us nothing. I wouldn't say nothing. Oh, 2020. Oh, we quickly coming off the bench, going ham. RJ Barrett, Jules. Yeah, no. Gee, we were rolling. As Brunson gets into the paint, Midi is good. 77-82. Those, look, I'm going to forever remember those years. As Jalen Brunson with 27 points. As they call an offensive lot. So let's see. Oh, yeah, they call that. So definitely Jordan Clarkson bringing the ball up. Let's see what JB can do. So Tibb played quickly from the start, because there was no denying quickly. As Jalen Brunson gets into the paint, Turler boned over. I still miss Quickly. I think there's no better guard to come off the bench for the Knicks than Quick. Quick had so much confidence. His 3-point, his handle, get into the paint. Which is why I still watch Toronto games. He was injured a lot last year, but I'm definitely going to watch a lot of Toronto games this year due to Quickly. Tibbs cost us assets over years as he brought. I mean, yes, I guess due to the Cam Reddish trade, like we had to trade a first-round pick to get Cam Reddish, and then we had to trade a pick with Cam Reddish to get Hart. So I see what you're saying. I like Brogdon being the backup one, but don't know why he retired. Did you see his last game, Finesse? He was looking sluggish to me. And he was contemplating retirement before. Yeah, Cam is buns. I ain't gonna lie. And I thought Cam could do something. That man is in Xinghao, China right now, playing basketball. So that's where Cam is at. But yeah, those trades, cost us some stuff. And then even the what is the other dude name who's at Philly right now fighting for, he just got that low contract. Quentin Grimes, Quentin Grimes getting low draft pick for Quentin Grimes, which I think we could have held on to Quentin. Quentin would have been perfect for us. But I think they made all these moves to get these players. So could have we had Cat if we had all these other players still there? So who knows? As it looked like they're calling a moving screen on the Knicks right now. It's currently 79-82 as Charlotte is trying to make a run as Brunson and Yabusele is held to the line. Not trading Grimes for Donovan Mitch is absurd to me. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, right? Because they said that's what draw the line. We're not giving up Quentin Grimes for Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan Mitchell and Brunson backcourt, would we ever would have got Mikal? Would we ever would have got Cat? So it's like everything kind of happened for a reason at that time period. Because what other moves we would have made if you would have did that trade? So it's tough. It's tough. All right, let's get some defense going right now. As a three-pointer is knocked down by Charlotte. Charlotte is making a run right now. As it is a tied game, 82-82. Kolek brings the ball up. Back to Mikal. Mikal dish it off to Hakaporti in the paint. Let's see. Jordan Clarkson handoff. Gets into the middle. Back to Hakaporti. Great pass. 84-82. Knicks. Let's go. Says we would have got OG. Yeah, I think we still had OG at the time. Or did we trade for OG then? Brunson, Donovan, OG, Mitch. But who else, though? Oh, yeah, we still would have had Julius, though, right? And then we still would have brought in DiVincenzo. So it's a lot of stuff that, that we're here now. It's a lot of stuff right now. But it's definitely a lot that transpired, man. That Cat trade right before training camp went down. It was hard for me to part ways with DiVincenzo. I think DiVincenzo was the hardest for me. Even though we knew Julius was it, injury-ridden season with the shoulder. Then the playoffs, him not playing up to par during the playoff time period. So to get Cat, I was like, oh, I'm with it. Let's do it. But yeah, to lose Dante with that trade was crazy. But the Knicks are here right now with the solid lineup, championship lineup. But also, I ain't gonna lie, was watching Lonzo Ball with Cleveland. We gotta watch out with that. His playmaking ability sets the tone. Because remember, Darius Garland, he's always been iffy in the playoffs. So for Lonzo, 6'7" point guard, put the ball on the floor, knock down threes, play great defense. It is tough. Mom, what's going on, Ma? Appreciate you. Delusional Mom stepping in. I'm about to say your arm should be a little darker. We're a little darker skinned, but I appreciate you stepping in. But yeah. Current stats right now. Let's look at the stat sheet. Yeah, Garland is definitely more of a scorer. So you definitely, Zoe is in Cleveland, DC. Zoe's in Cleveland. Yep. And he's looking good too. Great passes. He's looking good in Cleveland. But just looking at the stats, Jalen Brunson right now still efficient, 10 for 22, getting up 22 shots for JB right now. Looked like he could do this on average, and it's still within the flow of the system. I don't think it's doing too much. So I like that. Let's see. Donovan Mitchell would not fit with JB. It's two small guards. I think RJ would have more success here if we were going to trade Randall. And even though RJ, he attacks the paint, I think that would open up a lot of stuff. His three-point shooting has not been the best, but he was still showing signs. So, Nick Nation, you're definitely on with that one. You're definitely on with that. As Garrison Matthews have not been on the court yet, so this is a sign saying that he's not making it, as Landry Shamet is getting a bulk of the minutes, as we need to cut players by tomorrow, I believe, is the deadline. So we will definitely see some news on that, as Charlotte knocks down both free throws. We are back at it, as Tyler Kolek is bringing the ball up. Back over to Shamet. Shamet at the top of the key. Let's see what set they run, as Clarkson was held on his arm. Let me see how many shots Clarkson got up already. Clarkson needs to knock down some more. Clarkson has 12, 5 for 9, 2 for 4. He should have some more attempts. Let's see. Hopefully he holds up. Yeah. We'll see. I don't wish for injuries on players, but it's I would be okay if he missed a couple games due to some DMPs. As we say, these bigs still don't look at the rim unless it's a handoff. It is true. Is that something that they're implementing in the offense? You're right about that. And Hakaporti does have that mid-range floater. So, as the floater is missed by no good, Charlotte's on a fast break, gets into the paint. No good, rebound by Kolek. But if that's Cat, Cat will obviously utilize it totally different. As Tyler Kolek packs it out to Mikal. Mikal, I need you to be more aggressive as they run that pick and roll at the top. Mikal comes off, gets into the paint, and tries to dish it up again, which is another turnover. Charlotte on a transition fast break. Great defense by Landry Shamet as Clarkson gets into the paint and is called for the foul. Yeah, but you're right about that, eh? There's been a lot of that. So I don't know if they're working on something. But you can clearly see that there's drop coverage. The big is right there by himself. He can literally get into the paint. As Clarkson heads to the free throw line, let's see if the first one is good. It is no good. It is no good. Currently 88 with the Knicks. 84 to 84. We're tied. As Clarkson knocks it down. As you know that I am on my game sports app watching this Knicks game. As Charlotte is on defense. Let's get this defense going. Jordan Clarkson is guarding. Mikal with the help. But that gives a wide open three-point shot. Misses the three-point shot. As Knicks are bringing the ball up. Let's see Jordan Clarkson back over to Shamet. Shamet corner three.
3-point goal.
There we go. Knicks in transition get the wide open three. Let's get the defense going. As we're under a minute left to go. Knicks are playing great defense. Look like they're trapping. Knicks are trapping in the paint. I don't mind that as they knock down a three. Would definitely like to see more trapping coming from the Knicks, so I don't mind that. But they got to recover better. As passing to the paint, let's see. Hakaporti stays at the middle. He doesn't attack it, though. Back out to Clarkson. Clarkson for three. No good. But that's another point right there. Why not Hakaporti attack? Gets it to the paint. as Charlotte turns the ball over on a behind-the-back pass. But, yeah. Now, I wonder, is Coach telling them that? Like, hey, you're wide open right here. Attack that, be aggressive. Or they're mainly focusing on everyone else that's on the wing to generate threes. Because we all know the stat. They're shooting more threes than two-pointers. There's 28 seconds left to go. Let's see if Knicks close it out with at least a bucket. Let's see what set we run here. As we're going to run the clock out. Oh, let's see. Kolek waving off. Everyone gets into the paint. Pass it up to Clarkson. Clarkson get the 2 up. No good. Rebound by Clarkson. Kolek. Kolek get the putback jump shot in. 90-87. As that heave almost get in. But it's crazy because those heave shots do not get count on your field goal, which is crazy. You should add it. If I'm going to shoot the shot, you might as well call it. 3 quarters is in the books right now. Knicks are up by 3 as Charlotte pretty much stormed back within this quarter to get it to close. Jordan Clarkson with 18 minutes put up 13 points. I would wanted him to be a little bit more aggressive. You only got 11 attempts. Him and Mikal, even though Mikal is being efficient from the mid-range, he is 6 for 10 from 2-pointers, or from the field goal in general. But 2 for 6 from the field, from the 3-point line, which is 33%. So 60% from the field, 33 from 3-pointer. Continue, Mikal, to knock down those 2-pointers. All right, we're okay with you taking like 4 threes a game. I don't want you getting higher than that. But JB, 5 for 11 for 3. JB could shoot as much threes as he wants. I think that he's going to be on Steph Curry status this year as far as averaging over 20, 28 points per game, possibly hitting that 30 point per game section. That's MVP for JB. And especially if we can win 60 games, there's no reason for the Knicks to win 60 games, JB to average 28, to be an MVP, with Mike Brown winning Coach of the Year again. Right? You can make it happen. Knicks top 10 in offense, and then squeezing with potentially top, 14. Not even 14. 14 is kind of too far down. Actually, no. 14 in defense. I'm cool with 14 in defense and top 10 in offense. I know last year, offensive rating, we were top 5 in offensive rating, which is so crazy. With saying that coming from Tibbs. So, we'll see. Says, feel like they trying to keep the wings active instead of them setting in the corner last year, or sitting in the corner. Yes. Well, yeah, because if you're sitting in the corner, it's easy to defend. So that is definitely a key. But then, like you said, the bigs can still be aggressive, to be honest with you. As Kolek is called for the foul. Wow, we really have no Pacome Dadier being played right now. Like, at all. No Pacome Dadier being played at all. No Garrison Matthews being played at all. So this is something to look into, guys. This is definitely something to look into. As Mason Plumlee knocked down the free throws, 88-90 right now. I didn't even know Mason Plumlee was still in the league. Still got a Plumlee brother in the league. As he misses the free throw, rebound by Jamison. Brawl brought up by Kolek. Kolek gets into the paint. We like Mikal attacking, but that is no foul called. Rebound by Charlotte. Knicks stolen and poked away. Let's see, Mikal. No foul called twice on Mikal. Mikal might need to start going in people's chests as twice he gets into the paint. No foul is called on Mikal. He said he wanted to be more aggressive this year and get to the paint. That was his opportunity right there. As Charlotte gets into the paint, bucket, it is good. As we are tied 90-90 on my end. Let's see Kolek bring the ball up, pitch it out to Clarkson. Clarkson gets into the paint and turns the ball over. What's going on, Knicks? Now we're turning the ball over, guys. Let me see if I can speed it up a bit. Knicks are playing a defense. Alley-oop, no good. And Plumlee, no wonder Plumlee stumbling, mumbling with the ball. Knicks are still tied at 90. 10 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. I need Knicks to close this out. We need to end this preseason on a high right now. As Jamison picks up his dribble, doesn't use the screen by Kolek. Kolek is fouled and get to the line. So we got free throw shots coming from Kolek. So Kolek has been a Yeah, I think I knocked my sound out, my mic. Now I'm back. Thank you, A. Probably took like 30 minutes I'm out, but I'll take it. But yeah, no, Diawara. No, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. Jacko Diawara looks phenomenal. Like that play that they just did, that big to big pick and roll, and they got into the paint. That instinctual offense. Diawara grabbed the rebound. Everybody just ran that high pick and roll. He got it to the paint, made that basket. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's the type of offense and flow that I want out of the Knicks. That was perfect. That was perfect. I want to see if they got that up just yet. That was great basketball. Not gonna lie. Nah. All right. So they don't have that pick and roll play up yet, but I'm definitely gonna look for it. That was great. That was great offense right there. Like, if we can do that with Cat and we could do that with our other bigs, we're set. We're set. Let me see. Nick video. Let me see. Let me search for something. Let me look for Nick videos real quick. Nick's videos usually have... Okay, nah, their last video up was like 55 minutes ago. All right, never mind. Never mind. All right, Knicks trying to hold on to the lead, 96-92. Great play. What it says, Trey and Diawara, I wouldn't mind seeing off the bench this season. So yeah, Trey Jameson, he's on a two-way, so you're definitely going to see a lot more of him within the G League, and then with the Knicks, pretty much at the end of the season to close it out. So, like I said, he reminds me of Jericho Sims, just a more NBA ready Sims. You know, I'm about to say pause, but he got some size on him. Great vertical, sets great screens. I think that's phenomenal for us. Great defensive instincts, and he got a left hand, right hand floater. So I like him. And then he was what with the Lakers at a point in time. So he could definitely get some minutes with us. But I like Hakaporti too, though. Hakaporti for me is above him in the roster depth. But let's see, wait, they call a foul on that? They call a foul as Mason Plumlee gets to the paint, as they call a foul on Jameson. Jameson the third. So wait, so his name is Trey Jameson? How your name is Trey Jameson the third? You already got the Trey in there. But we'll see. 8 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Knicks are trying to maintain as it is 96. And okay, there might be a jump ball call from a missed free throw. As it is, a jump ball is called. So the Knicks are pretty much talking about their early homestead, which is a lot of games they play home, but it's against solid teams. Bring it on. Bring it on. I think my Knicks need a early test. And that is true. I think we got Cleveland, Boston, Miami's in that stretch. So we're definitely going to be battle tested early. As the Knicks win the tip off, pass it up to Kolek. Kolek out to Mikal. Mikal catch and shoot from three. No good. Deuce almost tipped the ball in. But Mikal threes look a little more fluent now. It's not stiff. So I like that with Mikal. As we get the defense going. As Colin Sexton passes it out to the three-pointer. Three-pointer is good. From Charlotte. Charlotte is back 95-96. Knicks need the bucket as Kolek gets into the paint. Diawara with the pump fake, double pump fakes, and draw the foul. As Diawara heads to the line. Let's see what Diawara got right now. Diawara 3 for 7, 49.2 from the field. Still hasn't made a 3 yet, but he has 8 points. He is plus 12, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. So he's a stat stuffer for us, ladies and gents. He is a stat stuffer. But Jalen Brunson comes back in the game. And with that, so it seems like he wants Jalen Brunson to get acclimated to his starter minutes. 7 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in the game, and JB is in. We have Deuce, Shamet, Yabusele, Brunson, and Jameson currently in the game right now. As the Knicks are playing 3 defense, 98 to 95. Right, Colin Sexton used the pick and roll and blocked by Jameson. Diawara with the ball, passes it up to Brunson. Brunson at the top of the key, gets into the paint, layup, it's good. Yo, JB could turn them Jets on, man, and he gets into the paint. As a foul is called on Jameson. Great recovery. Jameson, I don't know how he blocked that. If he went for the dunk, that would have been a dunk. Oh, no, he got up there. Jameson got some bungees, man. As Brunson gets into the paint. JB right now with 29 points. 11 for 23. 5 for 11 for 3. The captain come to play. As, oh, man. Ball almost stolen. That should have been off of Charlotte. But Gershon Yabusele with the swipe of hands. Let's see. Yabusele right now with 6 points. 2 for 6 from the field. Deuce McBride with 10. We got to get Deuce going. But Deuce only got 5 attempts. Excuse me. 8 attempts from Deuce. Let's see. Let's see. McNeely gets into the paint. Kick ball. All right. 100 to 95. Knicks are staying in there. As it's 4.7 left on the clock. Let's see what the Knicks do. All right. Turnover. No. Look like Knicks are playing defense. Brunson get on top. 5 seconds left. Floater's no good. It still should be shot clock violation, but no good. Brunson bringing the ball up. Brunson in and out. Gets into the paint. Let's see what JB going to do. JB uses the pick and roll. Dishes it out to Deuce. Deuce catch and shoot for 3.
3-point goal.
Deuce knocks it down. 103 to 95. Let's see. Deuce is playing that defense. He gets under the screen. So, like I said, they don't switch on the pick and roll when it's big and guards. But when it's guard and guard pick and roll, they definitely switches it as they gets into the paint. Charlotte. Okay, Yabusele, like they wanted to press Jalen Brunson, so Yabusele brings the ball up. We like that aspect. Back out to JB. JB at the top of the key. In and out, pump fake, shoots the three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Jameson. Great offensive rebound. JB back out to Gershon. Gershon dribble hands off to Deuce. Deuce don't use the screen. ISO basketball from Deuce. Let's see. Mid-range pump fake. And he's bumped and is fouled. So Deuce heading to the line. So that's the thing. When Deuce is out on the wing and he's on the ISO, we want to see Deuce create more. He needs to open up that bag to attack on that aspect. So kudos for Deuce to at least to draw the foul. But you need that creativity as he knocks down the first free throw. As Charlotte calls a timeout. Knicks right now trying to hold on to a lead, 104 to 97. as I'm trying to look to see if they updated anything on Knicks videos, because I definitely want to see that big on big. Pause. But it was a big on big pick and roll that I do want to see. And Tag usually come through with that. Is this it? Oh yeah, we about to pull it up real quick. Let me see, which one can I do it?
Rebound.
Look at this big on big.
He's got 7 of
Boom.
those.
That's your forward and power forward
Rebound.
getting into the paint.
He's got 7 of those.
We don't need that. That's your forward and power forward getting into the paint. They should have showed the full motion, but Diawara grabbed the rebound, right? Grabbed the board. Everybody just already started sprinting right until this action. Had the spacing correct, and he was able to knock that down. That's a solid play. That's a solid play. What's this play here? We got another highlight.
Advanced Sexton is down the other end. Oh, swatted by Bridges.
This was a
Bridges
recovery.
can't
We
get it.
needed to recover from
Kidapple.
that. But let's see. What's this? I think this is the
That wasn't
defensive
playing
play.
in the top leagues back then. Plumlee. Oh,
Get us in there.
Jamison met him at the rim.
Jameson. It's sad. I mean, it's not sad. He's on a two-way contract.
Advanced
So
Sexton.
he's definitely going to... Look, JB knocking
Selly,
down.
but then-
Did he knock down
Did we-
Selly already? Look, that's the cap, man. That's the cap. What's this?
Jamison with that rebound.
Let me see what this is. Oh, this is Yabusele knocking down the three. He gonna have to get it going. But yeah, that's what I wanted to showcase at least. Was that big on big pick and roll off of a rebound. That's what we need more with the Knicks, right? Whoever grabbed the rebound, everybody just take off. Let's get into our sets quickly. Let's get into our offense quickly, right? I still think that we're not playing as fast as coach want to, but we'll get better at it. You know, with 5 minutes left to go, we got 100 points. So we can still easily score about 20 to 15 points. So I think averaging 120 is not at a bad pace. But then we're going to give up a lot of points, though. If we average 120, there's teams that average 116 a game. If we average 120 and we're giving up 116, I don't think we're going to be in the top 10 in defensive rating. But I'll take giving up 108 if we average 120. That'll be perfect. As Deuce knocks down the free throw. Let's get this defense going. Deuce is back to pressing. We like when Deuce press, right? Just to knock them off their rhythm a little bit. As Deuce get over the screen. Passes it up. Jalen Brunson with the steal. Okay, JB on a fast break. Gets into the paint. Pass it up to Shamit. Come on, Shamit.
3-point goal.
This is why Knicks want shooting. Get into the paint, dribble penetration, touch that paint, draw on the defense, and then dish it out for a wide open three. As JB, back-to-back defensive play, gets an offensive foul called on JB. JB's in mid-season form right now, ladies and gents. He is in mid-season form. As Landry Shamet is 100% making the team. As Jalen Brunson gets into the paint, passing it out to Yabusele. Yabusele on the wing, dribble handoff to Deuce. Deuce, as I said, needs an ISO bag as he just pulls up for the three.
3-point goal.
Knicks are letting it fly. Knicks are letting it fly from three-pointers. 97 to 111 as they are doing their thing. Another but Deuce. So let's get this defense started. As a three-pointer pulled up. Rebound by Trey Jameson. Jameson is starting to look good. A two-way player. Dribble handoff to Deuce. Deuce passes it out to Yabo. Yabo catch and shoot three. Keep telling Yabusele that's not his shot. I don't think he need to force and take that three-point attempt. Because he has a slow release. Right? He's contested. You got that slow release is not going to drop. Especially when you heavily contest it, but that's fine. That is fine. Knicks trying to get it going. The Knicks are pressing right now. This is what I like. Full court press with all three guards, with Deuce, Mikal, and Brunson all pressing. Gets into the paint. Corner three-pointer, no good. Rebound by JB. We like this. Knicks in transition. Let's see what happens. Brunson at the top of the key. You need to move that ball, JB. Move that ball. Give it right back. Somebody need middle. Somebody need middle. Yabo wide open. See, look. Yabo at that spot. They going to try to turn this man into like a three-point shooter when I don't know if that's his game. How many? Yabo got up 7 3-pointers. 2 for... Yeah, nah, that's too many threes. 7 3-pointers for Yabusele? That's too many. I think so. For me, but we'll see. As Knicks are trying to defend, Charlotte running their sets. Yabo step up to take the charge. Ooh. Yabusele takes the charge. Big body Yabo step up. It's his feet above the line. It is. And takes a charge. We like that. Show that in practice tomorrow, ladies and gents. You step up and take that charge like a dog. Yabusele playing great defense as Knicks are bringing the ball up. They get in a 2-guard set. This shit is in the Hakapori. Let's see. Hakapori facing up. One dribble. You shouldn't have picked up his dribble, though, but we'll take it. Back out to Brunson. Got swiped. As a foul is called on JB and getting back. As I believe that is Diabate, who's a international player for Charlotte. We're seeing a lot more international players. You know, a lot of the African descent players that are heading into Europe. I'm all for it, guys. And their development has been pretty good. So the NBA Without Borders is helping out. We salute the NBA. And we salute you know, some of these players getting drafted. We don't mind that. As a timeout, is a timeout being called? Yep, timeout being called. Well, let's see. Jalen Brunson right now. How many minutes JB got up right now? Let's take a look. Jalen Brunson with 30 minutes. So he is really running a starting game for JB. Clarkson with 20. Diawara with 20. Jameson with 25. So I'm assuming Mitch would be around the 25-minute range. Mikal is at 30. Similar with Brunson. Oh, let me bring that up so you can see it. I don't want to hog up everything. But Ariel Hakapori, 19 minutes off the bench. How many is he playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he runs a 10-man rotation. 10-man rotation with minutes being dispersed kind of evenly. You got your bench guys averaging over 14 minutes. Tyler Kolek with 14. Shamit with 20. Deuce with 24. Hakapori with 19. Yabusele with 18. So we can see the minutes being spread out with certain players when your starters is there. I like it. I kind of wondered how the offense, I mean, the minutes would look. But we like it. As the free throw is missed, rebound by Mikal. Brunson bring that ball up. Brunson is in there in the 3rd minute with 3 minutes left. And it's fouled. Trying to get JB used to these 4th quarter minutes. I don't know if I keep him out here right now. These it's not necessarily garbage time, but you up by 11 with 2 minutes left. and 58 seconds. Let's see. Dish it out to Yabusele. Let's see. Run that cut. You got to hit that big, Yabo. Got to hit the big. Like I said, the big on big action should be utilized a lot more. But Clarkson is in the game. Will Clarkson finish games? Gets into the paint. No good. Needed to use the backboard, though. As Yabusele is pressing up. As he gets back in defense. No, Yabo. What are you doing? As they miscommunication on the switch, but Knicks were able to capitalize and still grab the rebound. Brunson, pump fake, spin around. Ball almost stolen. And it is stolen. Great hustle by Charlotte. And one. Okay, yeah, Knicks is getting sloppy right now. And one. But you got to play hard right now. As it was very sloppy. Knicks get back on defense. But it's fouled. Let's see. It's an and one. Can he knock down the free throw and continue? No free throw. Oh, but offensive rebound. And Mikal fouls him as well. We got a double foul. What's going on, Knicks? Look. We saying defensive rebound is going to be a thing when you don't have the size on the floor. Especially when you got guards on the line. Mikal got to box out properly. But we'll see. First free throw is knocked down. I got 111 to 101. That's what it is on my screen currently. But he knocks down both free throws are good. As Knicks are pressing, somebody else need to come up. Why is Jalen Brunson being trapped and nobody coming to get the ball? Haven't we learned from the previous year? Unless coach did say fourth quarter is Jalen Brunson time. So let's see. Jalen is holding on to the ball a lot more. JB gets into the paint. Left hand layup. It is good. Yabusele at the 4 creates a hole on the boards. It does. It does, eh? As Akaporti at the top of the key. Can he recover? Looks like he does, but another offensive rebound for Charlotte. As Knicks are finally getting back on D. Step back shot. It is good. But give that ball up. Thank you, Mikal. Let Mikal bring that ball up. 113 to 104 on my end. Let's see what the set is. They run that screen. Mikal, midi should be cash money, but in and out. Knicks, let's get back on D. Jordan Clarkson at the top. They run a pick and roll. He gets around it. Yabusele sags off. But the three-point shot is no good. Knocked out of bounds. All right. JB, look, JB still wants the ball in his hands right now. Bringing the ball up. Let's see, at the top of the key. He brings it over to Clarkson. Clarkson brings the ball up. Let's see, Clarkson at the top of the key. He's going pure ISO. Is this fourth quarter ISO mode? Oh, guys. Why we stop running sets in the fourth quarter? I don't know why we stopped running sets in the fourth quarter. I guess he's trying to showcase what this fourth quarter could be like, but I guess. But, 35 seconds left to go. Charlotte gets into the paint. It is good with a layup. Look, they're going to call an offensive on JB? No. They do call an offensive foul on Jalen Brunson. With 30 seconds left to go, JB, because they're trapping JB, which someone else need to come and get the ball. It seemed like that's going to be a habit for us again. Let's see, did it call? Yep, they call an offensive foul on JB. .31 seconds left to go. So it looks like Knicks can definitely close it out as a three-point shot is up. That looks like no good. Another rebound. Man, we're going to have to talk about this as Charlotte gets another basket in. But Knicks can just walk this out. That is 15 seconds left to go on the clock. But Simpson is defending to the end. And Knicks close it out on JB's 30-point game. As it's crazy. Knicks close it out 113 to 101. Was a great game. The offense looked a lot more fluid. Jalen Brunson was still able to find his rhythm, still able to get in this zone. As you can see, JB put up 31 points on 25 attempts. Still a lot of attempts to get 31 points. But he still was efficient with 48% from the field, 12 for 25. For three-point line, he was still 41%, 5 for 12. If I'm JB, get those three-point shots up, Jalen Brunson. As long as it makes sense. His pull-up threes sometimes don't be all of that, because there'd be heaves. There'd be heat checks in a sense. But we'll still take it. But 10 players played in this last preseason game. If you look at the minutes, it seems like this will be the minutes that will be distributed. Brunson with 33, Mikal with 33. Seems like 33 might be the range for our key players. You know, maybe it's OG, Cat. All these guys might be 33. I think Mitchell Robinson might be around the 25 range. So I think he would be like what Trey Jameson was, 25. And hopefully Mitch can be just as productive. So, and Deuce with 24 minutes, I think that'll be Deuce's range. And he had 15. And he was able to get 9 attempts off that. So Deuce can get 9 attempts. This could be on average for Deuce to average 15 off the bench just with the attempts that he get alone. 4 for 6 from three-pointer. Deuce is an efficient three-point shooter. So we can see that happening. Ariel Hakaporti, it's weird that he didn't start, that they started Jameson, even though Hakaporti was a minus 15. Damn, I wonder why he was a minus 15. 5 points. He had a turnover, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. I still thought that was productive. He was 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, but I guess it wasn't efficient enough. Landry Shamet, in the time that he was on the court, 3 for 5 for 3. We'll take that any given Sunday. And he played some defense as well. So this is what to expect from off your Knicks bench. Tyler Kolek was productive, 2 for 5, plus minus of a plus 6. That's efficient on my end. But Yabo, we got to figure out something with Yabusele, especially with how we utilize him when he's at the 4. And Coach did say it's going to take time for him to get adjusted to it, because he's learning the 4 spot and the 5 spot. In each position, you have each role and each certain rotations that you need to do. So I give Yabusele some time. I don't want to jump the gun on Yabusele too early. So we'll see what happens with Yabo throughout the regular season. But 7 3-pointers, I think that's entirely too much. 28% from 3. So that, and you're 2 from 8 from the field entirely. So all your made baskets came from 3. Right? Where's your other attempts? You literally only took 1 attempt that's not a 3-pointer. So something got to give with Yabusele. I don't think him being a spacing shooter like Novak. Like, is he a pure 3-point shooter, or he just took, those threes when he was open? He's not open. He's in a contested spot. When he's on the wing, he has a defender on him. So those catch and shoot opportunities are contested. Where I said before, when he was in Philly, he played the 5 the most. So those big was primarily dropping down. They were in drop coverage to help out on defense, which was a lot of his 3-pointers were wide open. So we'll see. We'll see what can happen with that. J-Dub, talk about it. Yo, Diawara, it's like we might have to trade Yabusele. We might have to trade Yabusele with that $5 million and get somebody else, right? That's what it looks like. Because Diawara, he started first off, right? Plus 12 and a plus and minus, had 8 points, right? Stat stuffer, right? 2 steals, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 offensive, 4 defensive. My guy was all over the field. 42 from the 2-point line, 3 from 7 from the field. Now his 3-point shot's not there, and I know with the spacing, they want the threes. I'm cool with Diawara. I like Diawara, so I'm with you on J-Dub. I'm with you on that. I definitely like it. He can. Defensive, not a liability on defense, right? On the opening night, Jackal. We here, opening night. Opening night. Was it 7 o'clock? 2, I think. It's a 7 o'clock game against Cleveland. Great way to start the opening year. I felt like almost every year we start opening the year against Boston. So to start it up against Cleveland is good. Then, of course, we got Boston in game 2 right after, which is that Friday. So it's looking good. A great task. Great task for my Knicks. Matter of fact, I think the schedule, like the first 10 games for New York, is crazy. I want to see if I can pull up. Let's go with the Knicks real quick. Let's go with teams. Let's pull up the Knicks right now. Cavs, Celtics, Heat, and Bucks. That's that first few games. Going to be battle tested for the Knicks. And then, of course, we have the Bulls. Why not go undefeated, right? Why not go undefeated? I think it's possible. Let's see. If he gets a 3-pointer, he's a rotational player. He could knock it down. But like you said, if it's more consistent and on a rookie contract too, and I want to say the Yabusele contract, is that a player option or a team option in that second year? Because we can, ride him out this first year. Pause. And have Diawara play a more pivotal role next year. Him, Kolick, Dadier, these guys could play a more pivotal role next year. Even the Washington, we still got that Washington first round pick. That if it's out of the top 8, it becomes to the Knicks. So if they draft a player, so if Washington gets the 9th pick, that comes to the Knicks. So says I would let Diawara and Dadier cook in the G League. Well, they're definitely gonna get G League minutes. That's 100%. But I want both to get NBA crunch time, especially if we blowing out somebody. Let them get into the game. Let them get into that rhythm. Yabusele's a team option. Oh, he gone. He gone. Yabusele is gone next year, J-Dub. I think so. Because what they brought him here in this offense, I don't think it's going to transpire to what we thought he was going to look in this offense. Because in order for him to knock down that 3, he has to be wide open. And it looks like when he's playing that power forward position and he's doing that catch and shoot, he's pretty much contested. So, but ladies and gents, thank you for rocking with your boy. Next time we'll be here. I might do a live show before Wednesday game because we need to talk about the starting lineups. We need to talk about players getting cut. Oh, you said cut. Oh, okay. It would make sense for him to be on a player option too, because for you to get a 1-year deal and be a team option, knowing that you could possibly get cut, it makes sense for him at least to get that bread twice, just in case. Oh, Dadier is a team option for next year. Oh yeah, because his salary goes up. his salary goes up. Let me bring up my Hoops Hype real quick. Hoops Hypes definitely holds me down on my salaries. Let's go to team salaries. Let's bring up the Knicks. Yeah, Dottier's on that team option. So if we don't trade him, we could possibly keep him. But I think, Dottie is someone you probably want to keep around, though. This year, that 5.3, he's definitely gone. He's definitely gone. Because remember, everybody's contract is increasing during that time period. Towns, 57 the next year. OG goes from 39 to 42. Brunson, 37. Mikal Bridges is when the contract year kicks in. So he goes from 24 to 33. Josh Hart is on 19, 20 to 22. So we'll see. Yep, Yabo got that player option. So it's up to him to see. It's all good. But definitely appreciate everyone staying and rocking with it. We will be back here next Wednesday for the Knicks season opener. Knicks go 4-1 in a preseason route. I look good. The offense look good. I'm feeling good about this year. But we already got injuries. That's another thing. Injuries. Starting out early with Josh Hart on the injured reserve. He has the back and the finger. What's going to take place with that? We really didn't see how Josh can fit in our offense. How can he play in this offense? He's another person that grabbed the rebounds for us, was able to facilitate as well. So I'm really eager to see him in the system. And Josh is a great cutter and finisher at the paint. But it's the finger. I shouldn't be doing that. But the finger, will the finger affect that? And then Mitch is already on load management. Mitch is on his Kawhi this year with load management. I thought load management was going to be him not playing back-to-backs, but that's not the case. They are load managing his practice with him working out, with the team workout and stuff. So they are being ultra cautious with Mitch because Mitch is going to be important for us. Mitch, first game, you saw 16 rebounds in the first half for Mitch. And he had 7 points. So there's no way Mitch cannot have a dominant year this year for Mitch. So, but then Cat got this quad injury that is came at the worst time because you need that 3-point shooting from him. You said, give me Cullen or Tosan at the time at small forward. Kolick? Yes and no. Kolick, but McCullough, McCullough is 6'5", right? We don't want to be too small, J-Dub. We're already, right? And we're going to go about the rebounding. Okay, so Knicks actually out-rebounded Charlotte this game for 44 for 48. But I want to see the offensive rebounding. Let me take a look. Let's go to box scores really quickly because we got killed on the boards. It was ultimately my asking of that. Charlotte had 10 offensive. Knicks had about 14 offensive. All right, so we out-rebound them by 3. I thought that the Knicks was getting out-rebound because there was a lot of offensive rebounds that Orlando was getting, Hornets was getting on the Knicks. But yeah, I think it's the height difference in the rebounding. And remember, Tibbs installed that with me. McCollum is 6'6". I know Tosan got some height on him. I know Tosan's about 6'8". So I'm cool with Tosan. He could knock down the 3. But McCollum, I like McCollum at the 2, And I like McCullough. Don't get me wrong. He can penetrate. He can facilitate. He can knock down an open shot too. He's aggressive on defense. So, but you're telling me that you would give him some significant minutes during the regular season when the players are out over Diawara? Over Dottier? I don't know. Over Shamit, because you know Shamit is going to make the team. So are these players you're willing to let rock? And it's crazy too, because none of those guys played. And I believe they're on a two-way contract, both of those guys. So we're going to see them. It's just a matter of when. Okay, cool. He's like, nah. All right, I'm just asking. But yeah, they're going to be key players for the Knicks. Definitely in the G League. They're going to get some runs. And then, of course, at the end of the year, when you're able to bring your G League roster up, they could possibly get some run with the Knicks because they're on a two-way. So I could definitely see some injuries happen, and they bring in McCullough up to play some games during the regular season. As Coach Brown stated before, he's willing to play guys that's going to make a difference for the team, regardless. And I say not last year, when he was with the Kings, one of his two-way guys was starting once injury occurred. So if you can play, you're going to play. But definitely appreciate you rocking with me, J-Dub. We about to close it out on that end because I'm ready to get me some food and chill with the families. Friday night Nick is coming to an end of the preseason. So appreciate y'all rocking and rolling with your boy. On to the next episode. Please be here, like and subscribe of Delusional Knicks Fan Network. We are rolling. But he says, hold on. Let me make sure I don't cut J-Dub up. J-Dub says Dottie and Diawara would give first crack. All right, just making sure. Definitely making sure. But yeah, you are right. They'll definitely get first crack at that one as your boy's about to take out. Deuces.